Hi guys, it's Great British Pea Week, and I'm going to be showing you a recipe that uses peas in a really nice way. This is a take on avocado on toast, but let's make it local, let's make it more sustainable. Peas on toast, guys, with the most amazing sticky ham hock and the perfect poached egg. So what we're going to start with is the most gorgeous minted pea crush, and it's literally 3 ingredients, guys, okay? Peas, mint, and butter. What we've got here is some nice, fresh English peas. Of course, you can use frozen peas for this, but with them being bang in season, this is what I'm going to use today. So straight into heavily salted boiling water. Whilst that's cooking, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my ham hock. So this is just a knuckle of pork, salted pork. You could easily use gammon in substitute for this, but this is just ham hock that's been ticking over, and it's been braising gently with some aromatics, so some onion, some carrot, some star anise, some peppercorns, nice and gently for a few hours. Then I remove it from the water and shred it up. It's been removed from the water, and I've added a touch of honey and a touch of miso. So our peas, they've softened, but we want to keep them nice and fresh, and I don't mind there still being a bite to these, so I'll just drain them off now. So we need to work whilst our peas are still a little bit warm. So we'll start with a small knob of butter, and our peas, they go straight in. And we've got some fresh mint. We literally have this growing on the counter in the test kitchen. So lid goes on, and we blitz it up. Doesn't take too long, and I still want it kind of crunchy. Like I say, guys, 3 ingredients, super simple. You get the most beautiful color from using the fresh peas. Look at that, it's amazing. So vibrant. Really nice way to have a special brunch with some friends or a more indulgent breakfast. We season to taste. Just a touch of salt. If you make sure every component of your dish is perfectly seasoned, it'll be absolutely fantastic. My mum always told me not to eat with my mouth full. Sorry, talk with my mouth full. So if you're toasting bread at home in a pan, a great way to do it, rather than seasoning the bread from the top, I actually like to season my plate and let the bread mop up the oil and the salt and pepper. So just a touch of olive oil, generously with pepper and salt, because if you drizzle from the top, it just sinks down to immediately where the oil landed. But if you mop it up like this, you're going to make sure you've got that gorgeous olive oil soaked throughout the bread, and it'll toast beautifully. Let's talk poached eggs. So I've got some water that's been brought up to the boil and is now just ticking over, and it's got a touch of white wine vinegar in there as well. That helps the white to set around the yolk. I've got a cold egg, and it's a very fresh egg. Now that's imperative to making sure you get a good poached egg. Something else that we like to do is we'll use a small sieve, and we'll crack the egg into that. What that does is it allows the looser white to drip through, and you're just left with that firmer white, and that's what's going to poach. Straight into the water, and it shouldn't take long at all. Okay, starting to come together. Our bread that's been mopping up all of that gorgeous fat is going into our pan to toast. So we've got the ham hock on the go as well. Some of the natural juices from the ham hock are starting to reduce now, and what we're left with is that honey that's coating it and that little bit of miso. So what I want is that little bit of caramelization, so I'm going to turn the pan up now. Okay, starting to hear that frying sound from the pork. So our poached egg is ready, so we're going to fish it out of the water, and always have a small plate with a piece of kitchen towel ready to drain your egg onto. We go straight away, touch of sea salt and some black pepper. Right, let's start building. Beautiful piece of toasted sourdough. Generous helping of our crushed peas. We've got our slightly caramelized shredded ham hock. We're going to create a small nest for our egg to sit in. And there we are. And the egg itself. Gorgeous. And we'll just finish some dressed pea shoots. Pea shoots have a wonderful grassy floral flavor and a really fresh pea bright pea flavor. It's really, really nice accompaniment to any kind of dish using peas. I'll just pop that onto the side. And there we are. That is a brunch to write home about. A wonderful take on ham and eggs with peas on toast. Nice and crushed, nice and fresh, nice and light. Very, very easy to make. Happy Great British Pea Week.